Hello, my fellow nerds. I decided I don't like my intro, and it's not working, so I'm just going to give you the lowdown. This is the Nerd in Texas podcast. I am Chanel. I will be your host. I talk about things like TV shows, movies, books, sometimes video games. The only video game I play is Fortnite. I like to think that I'm good at it, but I really suck. You can find me on, I totally just drew a blank. You can find me on all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Facebook and Twitter, I am Nerd in Texas. Instagram, I am Nerd in Texas Podcast. If you want to help support my podcast, you can go to my coffee page and put a little tip in my virtual tip jar. Or it's called Cup of Coffee. You can buy me a cup of coffee. It ranges from $1 to $3. I have commissions where if you give me $1, you can ask me any question and I'll answer it on my podcast. If you give me $3, I'll give you a shout out on my podcast. If you give me $10, you get to choose what I talk about on my podcast. Amazing. So, if you're interested in that, head on to my coffee page. I will have everything in the description. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. And just like and follow me on any of the social medias. Right now, I have both kids at home. I have no idea what Bailey was just yelling about. And then I hear the cat meowing, so I don't know if they're fighting or what. But I have a real life shout out right now here in person. Lily wants to say hi.
Hi.
She is home today because one, she hurt her toe really bad last night, and then she got sick. Really nauseous and sick. No throwing up though.
Yeah.
Don't need to leave that.
If you hear cat noises, it's my cat. She wants to go up in her window.
And her window is right next to me. And so she'll just meow until I let her in the window. And it's 2 windows, so when I open it, one of the screens is broken, so she fits right through the screen and goes outside. But then she just meows out the window for us to come and get her because she can't get back inside the house.
I know what Bailey was saying.
What?
Go follow her Instagram.
Oh, go follow Bailey's Instagram.
Yeah.
I will tag her in things in case if you're following me on Instagram so you can follow her as well.
And follow me on YouTube.
Yeah, she has Lily's World on YouTube. We haven't uploaded anything in a while, though.
I want to upload the gingerbread house.
I will. Okay, so let's get on back to subject for my podcast, and it is The Mandalorian. I'm going to talk about Season 1 Mandalorian, and then in another episode I'll talk about Season 2. But with this episode, I'm going to have like 2 parts to this episode where I talk about Mandalorian, and then I'm going to talk about Gina Carano she's in The Mandalorian. She plays Cara Dune. But we will get into that later. Sorry, I just had to look at something gross. Okay.
I'm still here.
So, one of the main reasons why I want to talk about Mandalorian is because of Gina Carano. Like I said, she plays Cara Dune, and there's a lot of things happening on Twitter, and we'll just be talking about later on after I talk about Mandalorian. So, all of my listeners know I am a huge fan of imdb.com. That's a lot. I got it, though. So, according to imdb.com, The Mandalorian is after the stories of Jango and Boba Fett. Another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. We follow the travails of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. Yeah,
That's
Lily's like,
fancy.
That's fancy.
I love your podcast. Now I might listen to that more often.
So, The Mandalorian stars Pedro Pascal as the Mando himself. He was in things as Game of Thrones, Narcos. He was in Netflix's We Can Be Heroes. Lily has watched that, like, how many times? Like, a lot of times. It's really cute. If you have kids, watch it. It's about superheroes, but they're kids.
Like, they're kids, and it's what their parents are. But one kid is, like, slow. Lava Girl and Shark Boy have a daughter. Instead of lava, she shoots out water. She'll explain it in the movie. And then...
Well, how about before you get way too in close to We Could Be Heroes, we'll do a whole other podcast episode about it. And you can talk about it because you are the We Could Be Heroes expert, okay? He's also in Wonder Woman 2, but we haven't seen it yet. So that's on our list.
I'm trying to force you to watch it.
Not force me. I want to watch it. We just haven't had time.
Yeah.
So we'll do it this weekend. It's going to be our mission.
We should do it with Michelle and them.
Mm-hmm.
They would love that.
So he's also in a Netflix movie called Triple Frontier. I watched it. It was pretty good. You know. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, Gina Carano, and she plays Cara Dune. I'll talk about other things that she was in later, but I know she was in Deadpool and Fast and the Furious 6 and a few other things. She's in a movie called Haywire. I need to find that. I can't pronounce this person's name. Giancarlo Esposito is Moff Gideon. And of course, the show creator, Jon Favreau. If you're not aware of Jon Favreau, he is in Avengers and Iron Man, and he's kind of like Tony Stark's chauffeur.
Wait, what?
Like, he's also in Spider-Man. He's Happy.
I've never known that.
Yeah, that guy created Mandalorian.
I have a question.
What?
How do you know everything about Mandalorian and Spider, like everybody about Mandalorian, but not schoolwork?
What do you mean schoolwork? I just finished my homework. I am also a college student. I'm going to school for psychology, and I just finished a psychology exam. Okay, I might be bad at math, okay, but I'm pretty good at school. I know everything. I don't know. I just know all these things because I love movies. I watch a whole bunch of movies. I watch TV shows. I'm that person where if I see someone in a TV show, you've seen me do this before, where I'm like, that person's in something else. Like, I've seen that guy in a different movie.
Like that movie where I watched Julie and the Phantoms, and you're like, I was like, Mom, he's from
yes, I was like,
Descendant.
I know that guy was in Descendant. Yeah, so I'm always like, I do it with music too. If I'm listening to music, I can listen to it and know, like, who it is before I even, like, know what the song, like, I could just tell. I know who's singing the song when I don't even know anything about it. But anyways, let's get back onto the subject. So, creator Jon Favreau, he created Mandalorian. He created the, so, basically, Mandalorian is kind of like one giant Western movie. And it is considered a sci-fi Western. And what people have reported that it's partially inspired by Clint Eastwood and his Man with No Name character in a spaghetti Western film. And also inspired by samurai films was another inspiration. And, of course, Han Solo influences, like, every character in a Star Wars movie just because we love his sense of humor, and it's kind of what makes Star Wars is. Like, yeah, it's this serious thing about them fighting each other and fighting for the galaxy, but it's also really funny. It's entertaining, and we love Han Solo, so how can nothing be inspired by Han Solo?
I wish you were my teacher.
I kind of was her teacher the other day. I had to help, like, teach her class when they were doing virtual. It was pretty funny. But anyways, the Mandalorian is voiced by Pedro Pascal. Favreau approached him for the role and fellow actor Oscar Isaac, who plays Poe Dameron in Star Wars Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. But Poe urged Pascal to take the part, which I thought it was cool.
Poe's like Bobo, but Poe.
Sorry, I just coughed. I didn't mean to. But like I said, it's an amazing sci-fi western. I grew up watching John Wayne movies with my dad, as well as Clint Eastwood, Gene Autry, and this show has a John Wayne feel. And of course, in John Wayne movies, he's always strolling into it. And I watched John Wayne movies where he was younger, like black and white. You know, young movies where he was younger, just starting off. Not John Wayne movies that are well known, like The Cowboys, The Searchist, and those movies. I guess I'm in my throat. Okay.
Maybe
Anyways,
water. I have water. You want some?
Nah, it's cool.
Okay.
So John Wayne's always strolling into town. There's always a problem with the town, and there's always some bad guys trying to run the town. And of course, it's like the well is going dry, and and of course there's like a lady that falls in love with John Wayne, and John Wayne always fixes the problem and either takes out the bad guys or puts them in their place, and then for whatever reason he has to get back on his horse and stroll to another town. And he leaves the lovely lady heartbroken and just sitting there waiting for his return. Poor ladies. He did that to a lot of ladies in different towns.
Poor ladies.
Yeah, but Mandalorian doesn't really do that with the ladies because he's like, no, I am Mandalorian, and I
shall kill you.
We don't take off our helmet, and we don't get ladies to fall in love with us just to leave, and this is the way.
Sounds like Mustang's way. Like we go, show the this is the Mustang way, or we're like Mustang way. It's just so weird.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So there's actually a lot of like Easter eggs in Mandalorian, and that I love. Like one of the people in a Mandalorian suit is Brendan Wayne, who is the grandson of John Wayne, and John Wayne was known for doing westerns, of course. And
I think somebody wants to say hi.
And now I have another drop by. This is Bailey.
Your favorite person ever. Follow my Instagram because I'm awesome. Bailey_FO9 because I'm awesome.
Okay, well, Lily and I were talking, and later on we're going to stream live, and we're going to do like a Do Not Laugh challenge.
Do you want to do it with us?
You know, so look forward to that. We're going to do a Do Not Laugh challenge live, where we're going to find a whole bunch of funny videos, film it, like stream live, and see what happens. So, many episodes of The Mandalorian pay homage to early Japanese cinema, most notably the Lone Wolf and Cub series, where samurai travels feudal Japan with a child, and Seven Samurai, where a poor village seeks the help of experienced swordmen to protect them from pillaging raiders.
How do you know all this? Like, I know you watch like a bunch of movies, but how do you know this?
Because one, I do research. I research like everything. I don't know why. Those are lilies.
Oh my god, how you see?
So, during the first episode, when the bounty is looking through the Carbonite bounties, one of the Carbonite bounties is Star Wars creator George Lucas. So, go back to the first episode and look for that. They also use digital sets. Like, they, of course, didn't have great funding and budgeting or whatever, and so Jon Favreau said, you know, we won't be building things, and we won't be building crazy sets. And so they use digital sets. Like, a lot of the things that surrounding them or whatever are all digital. It's pretty crazy. Another thing that I found out was Ewan McGregor actually visited the set in his Obi-Wan Kenobi outfit. Like,
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was like a huge thing because Disney Plus is supposed to be coming out with an Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, like, show. I really hope, because he's like one of my favorites. So with Mandalorian, Donald Glover actually gave Jon Favreau the idea to keep Baby Yoda a secret. And I know if you listened to a lot of people talk about Baby Yoda, and when it first came out, they're like, oh man, they missed out on so much, like, selling merchandise of Baby Yoda and Baby Yoda dolls and all this crazy stuff. Well, the reason why they didn't do that is because they wanted to keep Baby Yoda a secret. So how would we keep it a secret if we go to the store and there's, like, Baby Yoda toys out before the show is even out?
Like a Baby Yoda's in your drawer right now. I mean,
yes.
You're counting it.
I have a little Baby Yoda behind us. He's just chilling.
Watch your streams, and you can see it.
Yeah.
Has him sick.
Yeah. I want to add more to the collection, but we'll see.
We should get, like, Baby Yoda light source. Like,
Yeah.
See if they have them.
Lightsabers?
Source?
Lightsabers.
Just some light sources.
Sources.
Anyways, so season 1 is basically, episode 1. He has a bounty. It's quite a big bounty. And we end up finding out that it was for Baby Yoda. And Mandalorian was supposed to kill Baby Yoda, but he doesn't. He, sticks his finger out and lets Baby Yoda, wrap his tiny little Baby Yoda hand around his finger. Wait. And then Mandalorian just falls in love with Baby Yoda. And then the whole series is all the things he's had to go through to protect Baby Yoda from the bad guys.
And then Mandalorian
they want him
becomes
so bad?
Baby Yoda's son. Wait, no.
Why do they want him so bad?
They want him so bad because supposedly Yoda and Baby Yoda, and yes, I know Baby Yoda has a name. I'm waiting for the episode 2 podcast of where I talk about season 2. So I'm aware that he has a name. Anyways.
He does?
Yes. So Big Yoda and Baby Yoda are supposedly born from the Force. You know what the Force is?
I don't know what the Force...
You know when we watch the movies and the Jedis can, like Darth Vader does a chokehold?
Yeah,
he's like, yeah.
He needs new tricks, man. He's always got the same tricks. I want to see, a backflip or some crap,
That's what Baby Yoda does.
I know.
Oh, wait, not Baby Yoda. Big Yoda. That's what Big Yoda does when he's fighting. He's like, beep, 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 flips all over the place.
But, why doesn't Darth Vader, the only
Because
thing
he's a big dude. He has a cape.
Then roll or some crap. Make that thing turn into a dress
anyways,
or
we're getting off subject. We're getting off a topic here.
Add some glitter to it, boo-boo. Oh my god.
We're getting off a topic here, okay?
How is there a Baby Yoda and a Big Yoda?
Okay, so that's the big question. We don't know where Baby Yoda came from.
His mum.
His mem.
His mum.
Okay, let's get on task.
Yes, okay. We're going to get back on task. And a lot of those questions are answered in season 2, so that's why I'm kind of not going to, go over it until I do a podcast about season 2.
Oh.
Yes. So, from episode 1 of season 1, that's when he finds Baby Yoda. He goes through all these craziness to keep Baby Yoda protected because when he goes back to get his armor forged, his I don't know what she's considered. Is she considered his leader? Mandalorian leader? Or I don't know.
His sister.
No. Tells him, you have to get Baby Yoda back to where he came from to complete your mission and to, I don't know, officially be a Mandalorian? I'm not sure.
Or maybe,
I forgot.
What if they had to return Baby Yoda to Fortnite?
If you play Fortnite, and we're still getting off a subject here. This is why I don't. We're getting way off a subject, but I guess this is going to be a fun episode. If you play Fortnite, there is now a Mandalorian bounty, version you can play, where you get on the map of Fortnite. There's 100 players. You have a bounty out for someone. Someone has a bounty out for you. You collect as much money as you can, and whoever has the most ends up being number 1, number 2, and number 3. Top 1, 2, and 3. And then they release Mando. They release Mandalorian. And he goes after the top players. So it's kind of like a just go for everybody. And you even have your little bounty puck where it tells you who your bounty is, and you can locate them, and it pings them, and you can go find them.
I'm Mandalorian.
And then, if you are the last, you have 3 lives though. So you're allowed to die like 3 times. When normal Fortnite Battle Royale, you're only allowed to die once. And then you have to start all over with a different round. But with this, you can die 3 times. And if you're the last one standing, Mandalorian is coming out for you. Like, he is hunting you. If you can beat Mando, you beat Mando. And you have bragging rights. If you don't beat Mando, you die. And you have to start all over again. Which they have that with solos where you play by yourself, duos where you play with 2 people, trios, 3, you get it, and then squads is when it's up to 4 people. So if you want to find me and play Fortnite with me, my Fortnite, you can find me by Viking Chanel.
And mine is Lily Billy.
Hers is Lily Billy. I think it has a number. I don't know. But now I want to get to the part about Gina Carano. Gina Carano is Cara Dune. And hold on. I am so sorry. There's like something stuck in my throat. Anyways, so Gina Carano plays Cara Dune in Mandalorian. And she happens to be under fire on Twitter, which it's like, what celebrity is not under fire on Twitter these days? I really feel bad for celebrities sometimes because they're human beings, but they're not allowed to be human beings. Like, they're not allowed to have opinions, and they're not allowed to express those opinions. And if they do, they have people who are like, stick to entertaining people. That's your job. Stick to being a singer. That's your job. You know, it's like, okay, well, you're a plumber. Stick to being a plumber and don't have an opinion if that's how you're going to be about someone's, like, occupation.
You can say, stick to being Mandalorian or stick to being who you are. Like, bruh.
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 Bruh. So what exactly is happening on Twitter that she's under fire is that she's a very outspoken person, and she is very set in her opinions, and she will not apologize for them. Unlike other people, other celebrities who have posted an opinion, got complete backlash, under fire, and then an hour later they're, delete the tweet and they're saying, I'm sorry I did that. She will not back down, and I love her for that. She will not apologize, and she will not back down because these are her opinions. Celebrities are human beings.
So it's the drama.
So it's not fair to ask them not to have an opinion. But anyways, so she's posted a lot of political posts. A lot of people do not agree with, of course, because it's 2021. Instead of, like, Lily, I don't know, like, okay.
I'm not allowed to be...
Lily loves donuts. Bailey doesn't like donuts. So do they, like, hate each other for it? Or do they disown each other for it? No. But these days, if you have an opinion about something and it doesn't agree with someone, you get personally attacked, you are disowned, you're all of that. And this is what I'm having such a hard time with 2020 and 2021. Like, it's just like, agree to disagree and still be friends. And still be family. Anyways, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, no.
But she's posted a lot of things. She's tweeted a lot of things. I follow her on Instagram. I follow her on Twitter. I follow her on everything because I personally love her. I'm not going to repeat her tweets on here because it's a lot of things that are going on. And I don't want this to turn into a political podcast and a political post where people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I do not agree with her. Blah, 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 blah. That's not what I'm here to talk about. And I don't want this podcast to be a political podcast in any way, shape, or form. But I will say some of her tweets are very anti-Democrat, and it has resulted in the start of a hashtag called #FireGinaCarano. Like, they want her, it's cancel culture. They want her fired from The Mandalorian, which would really suck because I love her. I love Cara Dune. I love how they've allowed a woman to kind of be a main character to kick major butt. Was that another word?
Why? Okay, so I feel like people think that girls
Sorry.
can't really do anything, but they can. So why are they trying to fire her?
Because she said some things on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram that nobody agrees with. Well, not nobody. A lot of people don't agree with.
I agree with whatever she's saying.
You don't even know what she's saying.
I don't even know what Mandalorian is.
What I'm trying to get at is you need to look past that. You need to look past... what you need to say is, okay, Gina, I respect your opinion and I respect that you put it out there. And, but I don't agree with you. I still love you. I still want you on Mandalorian because you're an amazing actress and you kick major butt. And I want you to keep continuing to playing this role. I want you to continue to have your job because what she's done isn't anything that's hurt anyone. Except maybe bruised some people's egos, but other than that...
What's bruise the egos?
I'll explain that when you're older. Anyways. But recently, and this is what's kind of made me want to do this podcast today, is that there has been an uproar of hashtag We Love Cara Dune. People have been hashtagging it and made it trend. So there's kind of this war of hashtag fire Gina Carano and hashtag We Love Cara Dune. So I'm going to post this with the hashtag We Love Cara Dune because we already know how I feel about her. So why do I love her so much? But she is just a woman who is so body positive that one, she was a UFC fighter. She was an MMA fighter. So her body is kind of built differently. It's not this, skinny, which there's nothing wrong with being skinny. I just mean it's not your she's a plus-size woman. She's thick, but, sexy thick. You know what I mean? And there are skinny women out there who are sexy. There are thick women out there who are sexy. There's plus size. Anybody is sexy. I don't like body shaming in anybody's shape. I don't like it when big women are "Ugh, she's so skinny," and then you have skinny girls who are "Ew, you're fat, blah, 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 blah. It's why can't we just be,
why can't we just be friends?
Why can't we all just get along? Exactly.
Be friends.
Why can't we just be friends? Why can't we just love each other? I just want to bake a cake for everyone and have sunshine and rainbows.
Like a Baby Yoda cupcake.
There you go. Baby Yoda cupcakes. Let's make the world Baby Yoda cupcakes.
Baby Yoda themed.
But anyways, she's very positive, encourages everyone to be themselves without apologizing. And one of those things is what women need right now, is to be themselves without apologizing, to say things without, apologizing. And it's just what we need. And I am totally okay with my girls growing up, with my girls looking up to women like her or looking up to her, because she's awesome. Gina Carano was, like I said, an MMA fighter. She's competed in UFC matches. She was in Deadpool, Haywire, Fast and the Furious 6. I feel like Gina Carano and I should be best friends.
I feel like y'all should.
Yeah.
Why
how do we make this happen? How do I become best friends with Gina Carano? I also want to be best friends with Ronda Rousey.
Track her down.
I feel like Gina Carano and I would probably get a lot, we have a lot more in common. She's an Aries. I'm a Leo. Leo and Aries are supposed to be best friends.
I know how you can track her down. I know how you can find her.
How?
Ask Gecko. That's how I found Unspeakable.
So
That's how I found where he lived.
But she has an amazing MMA record. She's broke some records. Her Muay Thai record is 12-1-1, which means 12 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Her MMA record is 7 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws. She defeated Caitlin Young May 31st in 2008. She defeated Kelly Cobold in 2008. She defeated Christine Cyborg. She defeated Cyborg in 2009. She was the Strikeforce Women's Champion. It says that her number one movie crush, I don't know if these are real or not, is the late Paul Newman. I love Paul Newman. Don't even get me started on Paul Newman.
That could be the next
I'm
episode.
back. Because
Some of her favorite movies are Braveheart and Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
who are we talking about?
And she's Gina Carano, the lady who plays Cara Dune in Mandalorian.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah.
She's
See? I am okay with my kids liking her.
I don't know who she is, though.
I'll show you later.
she's pretty cool.
She's also received the Chuck Norris Award.
What?
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. It's for Best Female Action Star for her performance in Haywire, which I need to watch that.
She must be famous.
She was presented at the Action Fest Film Festival in Asheville, North Carolina, and recognizes a female star who exhibits the attitude, spirit, athleticism, and grit of Hollywood legend Chuck Norris. She called the award an incredible honor. I want to be in an action movie so bad. Like, I grew up watching Walker, Texas Ranger, and if I were to ever get, like, a Chuck Norris Award, my life is over. I could die, like, and my life would be complete.
What?
Like, one of my biggest dreams ever, which is probably, like, extremely impossible, would be in an action film with Bruce Willis. Because I love Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis and Chuck Norris.
How much more longer is this podcast?
Actually, I was going to wrap it up right now.
Can I just have something?
She wants you to hear her slime. You have, like, 2 seconds to do it, okay? Okay, that's good. That's good.
Why 2 seconds?
Because it's just a gross, like, sound. Okay, enough. All right. So, thank you for listening to my podcast about Season 1 of Mandalorian. Look out for another podcast about Season 2. Because one of my favorite WWE stars is in that one, Sasha Banks.
Or the laughing, the funny vine.
Yeah, look for us to going live about Funny Vines. And look out for our podcast about...
Our home or our
No, the
lives.
Heroes movie. We Can Be Heroes. Right? That's what's...
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
We Can Be Heroes.
Okay.
I feel like it should be We Can Be Heroes, like, 2. Like, We Can
Well, the
Be
reason
Heroes
why it's
2.
called We Can Be Heroes is because they sing that song. We could be heroes.
Just for one
day. Yeah. So, so thank you for listening to me. If you've stuck around this long, I love you. I am so thankful for everybody that does listen. You have no idea how, like, amazing I feel with all of the feedback that I've been getting and people telling me to keep doing my podcast. And it's just so awesome. And so... the response is insane. Like, I thought I'd only have, like, 2 people listening.
So, bye!
So we have stuff that we have to do today, like Bailey going to the dentist.
The worst place to ever exist.
I know.
So, we are signing off. Say goodbye, fellow nerds.
Bye, peasant people.
I hope everybody has a great day and everybody be nice to each other.
Amazing. Remember that.
Bye.